So in this video, we're going to be doing a full setup of the Echo Dot 4th generation. We're also going to be showing you how to use some of the cooler features of this particular device, like Whisper. Let's get started. Now, for the most part, you're getting a very minimal packaging, and it's really just the Echo Dot itself with the power cable and some instructions. Now, Amazon has made the setup process for this extremely simple. You really just have to go into the Amazon Alexa app, and then you're just downloading it basically from whichever app store you have. So if you're on Apple, you're going to the Apple App Store, of course, and then if you're on Google, you go to the Play Store. Once it's downloaded, you sign in and your account is set up. It automatically just detects that the dot needs to be set up. It brings up this cool, nifty little screen. Hit continue, and it's just going to connect to your Wi-Fi connection. Now, keep in mind that the dot does support both 5 gigahertz and 2.4. So if you have a dual band Wi-Fi, you can choose which network to connect it to.
Your Echo is ready.
Now you can actually just designate where in the house the Echo is going to be. Mine is going to be in the living room. And really that's all it takes for the setup process. Once it's connected to the Wi-Fi, you're logged into your account. You paired it to the Amazon Alexa app. The Echo is now set up and ready to be used. So as you can see, the setup process is really straightforward. It's very simple. They made it as simple as possible, kind of plug and play. And it's basically the same across all platforms. So go nuts, get it all set up. And now that we do have it all set up, I'm going to go into some of the cooler features and customizations you can do on the Echo Dot just to make it a little bit more like yours, and also use some of the really cool things that this device can actually do. So one of the first things we're actually going to start with is how you can do a little bit of a customization with the actual Echo itself. So from the app itself, you're just going to go down to the bottom here. You're going to hit the More option, and then from More, you're going to go into Settings, Device Settings, and tap on the Echo Dot. And from this screen, you can do a lot of different customizations for the actual Echo itself. Number one, you can customize the name. You can go in here and you can adjust the bass, you can adjust the mid-range, you can adjust the treble. Now, one of the things about this particular device is that the bass is not great, so I do like to turn the bass up just a little bit more than it would normally be, because I found that that actually gives you a better overall sound quality, but you can adjust it based on your ear. Just play some music, go in here and readjust the actual audio settings themselves. So go through, rename it to whatever you want. Think of some really cool, fun names for your new Echo Dot, and also just adjust that audio level to suit your needs so it sounds as good as possible coming from your brand new Echo Dot. So now let's take a look at setting up routines. And if you don't know what routines are, it's basically just your ability to give the Echo Dot one command and have it perform several different commands all in that routine. So like if you have a go to bed routine, for instance, and you say the words goodnight, it's going to turn off the lights, check your smart lock to make sure that's locked, turn on a certain radio station or a certain podcast that you would listen to while you go to bed, or turn off your Amazon Fire TV. And all those things can be arranged in a certain routine, so you can only say one command and it does several different things. Extremely useful, very cool. Okay, so now let's take a look at setting up your routines through the actual app. So if you go to More, Routines, and then at the beginning you have your routine. So this is anything that you previously created, but they also do have kind of like templates. So you have routines for like good morning, the lights, good night, weather, and these are just kind of templates that are pre-designed, and it's kind of things that people use on a day-to-day basis. So they've gone ahead and set everything up for you. So all you really have to do is hit the template, go through and actually go through the setup process of setting up what the Amazon Echo is going to do when you give it this specific command. Now, the cool thing about this is you can add a lot of different commands to it. So there's no real limit to how many commands you can add. So it can do a ton of things for you. If you have things that can just connect to the Alexa app, all of these can be added directly to your routines. Now that you have your routines all set up, let's take a look at some skills, how they're used and what they're used for. So of course, another really cool thing that Amazon does is skills, and skills are basically things that your Echo can learn to do for you. So if you go from your home page and you just basically scroll down down, you can browse the different skills you can add to this particular device. You know, you have things that turn on your Xbox, which is really convenient for me because I have an Xbox and I would like to have it turned on every now and then. You can do certain things with quizzes, you can do entertainment. There's just a ton of different categories that you can use these skills to kind of even more, again, customize the Dot to your liking. So they have all the categories that you can choose from here. These are going to be the skills that are already in your account. Right now I don't have any, but you can go to Discover, and for instance, I have a Philips Hue light bulb. And I tap that in and it gives me the ability to add that particular skill to Amazon Alexa. That way I can use the Neo Echo Dot to turn on and off these smart lights that I have in the house. So this is another way for you to link any kind of other smart devices you may have, just so your Echo Dot can control them simply by using your voice. So the next thing, probably one of the most important thing, is how you add music to your Echo. So if you go into more settings at the bottom, and then you're going to go into settings, and then music and podcasts. And then you have basically a couple of different options for adding. Hit that little plus button there, and it gives you a list of all the music services that this supports. Now, it doesn't support all of them. It supports the majority of the major ones, but there are some missing, like the one that I use YouTube Music for some weird reason, but I do use that particular music app. It's not supported by this. If your music app is not supported by this application, there is a workaround for that, and I'm going to show you that later in the video, so stay tuned. But for now, if you do have one of these, you can just simply tap the one that you have. It's going to give you the skill that you would enable. Once enabled, it will take you to the page that you would now just sign into your Spotify account. Once it's signed in, and you can actually just prompt your Amazon Echo to play your playlist or play certain songs. And when you say those commands, it'll access your Spotify playlist, it'll access your Spotify songs and play them directly through your Amazon Echo. Let's take a look at this really cool, advanced, awesome feature called Whisper mode. This one is like a cool little trick that I heard about and tried using, and it really is just that if you're in a room where you don't want to disturb someone, or if you're in a place where you don't want the Echo to be too loud, you can actually whisper to it. So to change those settings, you're going to hit the more button again. Then we go into settings, voice responses, and you can just turn on whisper mode here. And with whisper mode on, you can go, Alexa, what time is it?
I think you just whispered to me. From now on, when you whisper, the time is 8:48 p.m.
And again, it's just a cool little tidbit you can do. It's weird, creepy, but it's also really cool and can be useful if you're in a room with somebody that's sleeping and you want to ask Alexa a question. And you can also set up the Dot to make phone calls based on the service that you have, and you can also use Skype to make those phone calls. But one of the cool things is that if you have more than one Echo device in your home, you can actually use them as kind of like a mesh intercom thing where you can drop in to the one that's in the living room, or you can drop into the one that's in the bedroom and actually talk back to back live with somebody that's in that room, which is a really cool feature. I'm going to show you how to activate that. The way you would set that up is you would hit more and then go into settings, communications. This section here will show you that you can make calls using AT&T or Skype. And this is where you would go to set up your calling options. But if you just want to use the Echo as an intercom, then you would go into the enhanced features and you would make sure that it's turned on. And like it says, what it does is it gives somebody the ability to go into another Echo and actually have a two-way conversation. So if you have multiple Echoes set up throughout the house in different rooms, you can actually just say that room's name. It'll then drop into that Echo, and you can use it as an intercom to tell somebody it's dinner time, or to tell someone to get ready for school, or to get ready for work, or to do whatever they need to do, take out the trash maybe. But it really does come in handy, and it's actually pretty cool if you have a larger family and a bigger house. So now, remember way back when I said that it didn't support my music app and I was going to show you a workaround? This is that workaround. One of the easiest and coolest ways around that particular obstacle is to use the Dot itself as a Bluetooth streaming device. You can actually set up the speaker as an external Bluetooth speaker and stream from your mobile device directly to the speaker. So if you have one of those music services that's not supported, it's really simple just to connect to your Dot with your phone, stream the music that you have on your phone directly to your speaker, and you're solving your problem. Let's take a look at how to do that. Now, if you go into more, and then you're going to hit settings, and under device settings, you select the actual Echo Dot itself, and then you have your Bluetooth device option here, and then you would be able to now pair different Bluetooth devices directly to the Amazon Echo itself. Now, this will give you the ability to stream music from a mobile device that has one of those music services that is not supported by Amazon. So you can actually just go into the pairing option here. It's going to kick the Amazon Echo into pairing mode, and then you would just go through the natural selection of going to your Bluetooth, selecting that Bluetooth option, connecting a new device, and you actually see the Echo there, and it's now paired.
Now connected to Bluetooth.
So now I can stream anything from my mobile device directly over here. So again, if I have one of those music services or podcast services that is not supported by Amazon, this is a workaround that you can use to actually still stream it to your Echo Dot. So there you have it, folks, a full setup, walkthrough, and some of the cooler features of the Echo Dot 4th Gen. If you have anything that I didn't share in this video, go ahead and share it in the comment section down below. Be a smart friend, help some people out, help them get to know their Echo Dot just a little bit better. I'm sure they will appreciate it. And while you're down there, if you enjoyed the video, if you found it helpful, go ahead and like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Definitely subscribe and share the video out because you never know who it can help. Thank you guys so much for checking out the video. And as always, make sure to stay safe out there. And until I see you guys next time, peace out. Alexa, off.